Hey guys, Mike here at MX Tutorials, and welcome to part 4 of our space gun. Okay, so we're gonna pick up where we left off, and let's see what we can address now. Let's focus on this section down here, this whole tube section that's holding this, and this whole component down here with the cable going up and so forth. Okay, so let's start with our tube that we're gonna connect at this end. So for that, what we'll do is we'll create a polygon pipe and we'll give that a little bit of height. We'll hit E, we'll rotate that to -90, like so. Then we're going to hit W and we're going to move that in and center it from the top. Okay, so we're going to move it in some more. Have to zoom in. There we go. And then we're going to bring it to height from this view. And again, have to zoom in. So this is where we're going to start, okay? Now, as you can see in our reference image, not everything is perfectly horizontal and so forth, so we're going to have to deal with that. This looks about right. And what we'll do is we'll hit R, we'll bring that in, and hit W and move that in. So that's our first section, okay? Then we're going to have to zoom in. And what we'll do is we'll go to our polygon menu, edit mesh, mesh tools, insert edge loop tool option box, single setting, there we go. And we'll do that about there. Q on our keyboard, right click face, select that face row, edit mesh and extrude under face. Hit W, pull it out a little bit. And what we'll do is we'll hit R and we'll just bring it down just a little, okay? G to repeat, W to pull out to about there. G to repeat, R to scale in. G to repeat, W to pull out. And let's pull that out to about there. And then we're gonna G to repeat, W to pull out, and E to rotate. G to repeat again, W to pull out, and again, E to rotate. G to repeat, W to pull out, E to rotate some more, GW, and once again E, GW, and once again E, and GW until we are right there. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have to zoom in. We're going to hit G to repeat and R to scale out. And then G to repeat and W to pull out. And we'll do that from this view. And what we're going to do here is we're going to continue to rotate. So we'll bring that up a bit more. And then let's look for that angle. And then bring it back down to about there. And then G to repeat, W to pull out, and R to scale out. GW and R to scale out. GW and R to scale. GW, and we'll raise that up a bit more, and R to scale. Okay, let's have a look. Now you can see in our original, if you will, that we have to wrap that around. Okay, so what we'll do there is we will bring those vertices up from the side view. So that would be here where we hit for wireframe mode. And I'm just going to select my image here. Image plane, come on. Just seeing if that is the quickest way to do it. And we can probably do it like this as well, but best way is probably just to take these faces and hit W, double click on the movement tool, go to world orientation, and we're just going to raise that up. Okay. Now, we're not going to use this in a game, so, as far as UVs and so forth, otherwise you would have a problem there. What we are going to do is we are going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool. And we're going to add one right there, hit Q on our keyboard, right-click face, select that face row and go to Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit R, and scale that out like so. And then we're going to do a trial smooth. So right-click Object Mode and hit 3. Now that's not bad. We do need to properly connect it. So hit 1 to go back. We're going to check our original. Now this needs to come in. So what we're going to do is we're going to right-click at an edge, take that inner edge, hit W, and pull that in like so. And like I said before, it doesn't have to be identical to the original. Object Mode, hit 3. Yeah, that's not bad. Now let's see what else we got. We got a few brackets going on there. These two are wrapped around, and here's a bracket in the middle, and they have a little cylinder or pipe down here holding this cable or line, okay? So for that, what we'll do is we'll take another polygon pipe, and I'll just hit 5. There we go. Drag that out, pull that up. E to rotate that upwards to -90. And again, from our top view, we're going to hit W, we're going to move that in. F to zoom in. And R to scale down. And then from our height point of view, we're going to hit W and we're going to bring that down here. That's roughly where we need to be. Okay. We're going to hit R, we're going to scale that out until we have something like this. Let's hit turn off our X-ray so we can kind of see where we're at. And then let's check it from this view. Excuse me. Okay, we kind of want to see if that's centered. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, and we'll just check the height as well. All right, so we want these two flat sections on top with the bolt on it, if you will, and we want a mini pipe down here. So we're going to hit Control D to duplicate, bring that down, and hit R and scale that down quite a bit. W to pull back up, F to zoom in, and R to stretch out, and align that with our original. F to zoom in. Okay. We're going to hit W, we're going to pull that up just a bit. And I'm going to take these two, mesh combine, just testing that. Okay, so we need to add some edge loops here. Just so that we can hold that shape a bit better. Q on your keyboard, right-click object mode. And then we'll take this guy, mesh, separate, hit W, modify center pivot, like so. Mesh, combine, and hit 3. Okay, that's right. Now on the top, we need to have those bracket sections. So we'll hit 1 once again. Let's see if we can approach it. We'll right click, go to face, and we'll take these two faces, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that up, like so. And then what we can do is, actually, this is not too bad. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Now, remember that we made this guy. Right click object mode, that one. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate that. We're going to bring that over. And let's bring that in. So up here, hard to scale down. For wireframe mode. And we'll hit W and we'll bring that in to about there and bring it down a bit. And then we're going to right click on a vertex. And let's bring that down to about there. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, works for me. All right. Right click object mode. We're going to hit Control G to group this together. And then Control D to duplicate. Modify center pivot. Let's move our duplicate. To about there. Okay. Now we're going to have something somewhat similar. So we're going to take this guy, Control D to duplicate, modify center pivot, W to move over to the middle. And we are going to hit R and scale it out quite a bit. Okay. Now there is a section underneath here, but that's actually not connected. So we'll move in, mesh, separate. We'll take that bottom section, modify center pivot. We'll pull that down a bit so we can use that later. And then there's a bracket going straight up with a strap underneath this thing. Okay, so we're going to take a cube. Let's pull that up. From our top view, we're going to bring that in and center it. Hit F to zoom in. There you go. From this view, I'm going to hit 5 and turn on my X-ray. We're going to bring this in. F to zoom in. We're going to hit R. We're going to stretch that out. Hit W, move it over, and stretch it out some more. Now we need to keep it aligned with the bracket that's below it. So we'll do that. We'll make it a little bit thinner. And then we're going to bring this down. And we're going to right-click our vertex. Take this vertex and bring that up here. And this vertex, and we're going to kind of pull that out in this direction. Let's make sure it's centered from the top. And it seems to be the case. And then we have that connection up here. Okay. Now for that guy, I'm going to hit 1. And we are going to right click at a face. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go to Edit Mesh, Extrude under face. Hit W, pull that down until it connects with our bracket. Okay, we're going to right click here. We're going to take these vertices. Let's bring that inside our geometry. Let's hit 4 for wireframe mode so we can take these two. Hit 5 to go back. And let's bring that out a little bit at this end. Okay, now those are connected with a bolt as well. So we're going to right click go to object mode. We're going to Control D to duplicate. Pull that over. And then that one, we're going to tweak the size a bit. Just scale that down just a little. Okay, needs to come up a little bit. So let's do that. Okay, looks like we got that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so we need to create some points up here. And what we'll do there is first we'll hit 1 to go back. Go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool. Let's add some edge loops here. Right-click Object Mode, hit Q on our keyboard, and 3 to smooth. That's a bit better. And for that, we'll take these Object Mode, okay. Mesh Separate, we'll just take 1. Control D to duplicate, W to move out. I have to zoom in. Okay, 1 there. Control D to duplicate. I'll do one in the middle. And then we'll take this one, Control D, and move that over there. Okay. And again, just a little creative freedom, so to speak. Okay. So let's deal with this part up front here. Okay. It's kind of hard to see, but looks like we have 4 of these sections with a rod in the middle. So we'll take a polygon cube. We'll pull that out, give that some height. And then we'll go to Mesh Tools, International Tool Option Box, Multiple, and we'll do 2. And we'll do them right there. And then from this view, right-click Vertex, take these, hit W and bring that up. And then let's right-click at Object Mode and bring that towards where we need to be. I have to zoom in. Okay, we're going to right-click at a vertex, take these two, and put them over there. I'll put them over there. And then we'll take these two and this one. And we'll do the same here. Okay, so we got one of those. Right-click Object Mode, Control D to duplicate, pull that down, hit E to flip it over to 180. We're going to hit W, we're going to pull that up, and we're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that somewhat. Just going to turn off my X-ray so I can kind of see it a bit better. And we'll do this. Okay. Mesh combine, Control D, modify center pivot to excuse me, 90 degrees. And let's rotate that a little bit. Okay, now in our original, there's a square rod sticking through. So that's going to be our next step. Let's rotate that over to -90. From our top view, let's hit W and bring that over here. Have to zoom in, R to scale down. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to right click our vertex, take these and bring that out. And then let's just check and see where we're at. Pull that down. Have to zoom in. Okay. We're going to take the whole thing. Let's move it into position from our top view. There we go. And looks like this guy needs to rotate a little. And then W to bring that down just a bit. Okay. We're going to turn on our X-ray again. And there are going to be three discs on this. So what we'll do there is we'll take a polygon cylinder. We're going to rotate that over to -90. From our top view, have to zoom in. Bring it over here. Have to zoom in. And there we go. From this view, we're going to move it down and move it over. Have to zoom in. R to scale down, and R to pull it out and give it some thickness. And these are going to be a bit tricky because we're a little bit off on our original. So I'm going to take these two vertices and I'm going to bring them in. And then I take this guy and I'm going to rotate that a little bit and pull it out. We're going to Control D to duplicate it. We'll do one right here. And we'll hit Control D again. And we'll do one right there. Okay. So that's not too bad. Looks like we have that part covered. Okay, so now we are going to deal with this section down here. That looks to be like a polygon cylinder. So we'll just drag that out, pull that up. We're going to go to our polycylinder tab. We're going to round cap and bring that up to 10. First, we're going to start to center it from the top. So move that in. Have to zoom in. There we go. Then from this view, let's bring that down here. Have to zoom in. And as you can see, we only need part of this. So we're going to right click, go to vertex, and we'll take the top part. And actually, we'll take these. Sorry, the faces. Take the faces, delete that. Right click vertex, take the top, bring that down somewhat, and then we're going to right click at object mode. We're going to hit R, we're going to scale it down, hit W, move that up here, and E to rotate that. And we still need to scale it down a little bit, looks like. Okay. Now we want a ring at the top. So mesh tools, insert edge loop tool. Still on multiple, sorry. There we go. We'll do one there. Q on our keyboard, right click face, edit mesh, extrude, hit R. Pull that out, and W, and pull that up like so. And then we're gonna right click, go to edge, take that edge, pull that edge down until we get something like this. Okay. So we got this little thing going down here, and we'll repurpose a component, which will be that. Right click object mode, Control D to duplicate, move that down, have to zoom in, I'll just close this out, and we'll check it from this view. Have to zoom in. It's not identical to the one we have here, but still cool. And we'll insert it in here, or maybe even rotate it around like so, and hit W and position it right here. Let's just see how that looks. Just having a look. Yeah, why not? Okay. Okay, so what's next? Now we have these connection sections here, the rivets or whatever they are. Okay, so for that, what we'll do is we'll borrow these guys. Let's see. We'll have to zoom in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Mesh combine, modify center pivot, Control D to duplicate. And let's bring them down. And let's move them over here. I'll make sure that they're centered from this view. And we can actually check that. Hopefully here. Let's see if that's not centered in the right object, I think. Okay, we're going to hit R. We're going to start to bring them in. And as you can see, it needs a little tweaking. So we're going to bring it down just a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then we have to deal with this stuff down here. We got this little pipe and this little screw down here. And as you probably noticed by now, there's a lot of stuff that we need to do here. So it's taking quite a long time, but hopefully it's still fun to do. Okay, so we're gonna bring that up to there. Let's just check and see how that looks. And that should actually come up a bit more. And then we have a little screw down there, and we're going to repurpose this guy. Let's see, we'll take this as well. Come on, that and that. Mesh combine, modify center pivot, Control D to duplicate. Bring that down, bring that in. I have to zoom in. We're going to rotate that over to -180. And let's make sure that this thing isn't all over the place. 0 and 0. There we go. We're going to hit W. We're going to bring that in. We're going to hit R. We're going to scale it down a bit. And it looks like it's still not level. So that's a bit better. And then we're going to right click our vertex, take the top vertices, hit W and bring that down. And then right click object mode, modify center pivot, bring that up here. And let's see if it's centered from our top. And it seems to be. Okay, so now we have that. Then let's see how we are going to connect this line through here and up here. So for that, we need to create our plate and our semi-sphere. So let's start with a sphere. We're going to rotate it like so to 90 degrees. From this view, we're going to hit W. We're going to move it over here. F to zoom in. R to scale up to about there. And actually, our sphere is much smaller, so we'll do that. And then from our top view, right-click face, drag, select that, and delete it. right-click object mode, F to zoom in, and we're gonna right-click, go to face, select that face row and go to edit mesh, extrude. And let's see how thick we want that to be. That's about right. Okay. Right-click object mode, hit 3 to smooth out. Looks fine. We're going to W, we're going to bring that in. F to zoom in. And as you can see, we need to tweak that a little bit because it's sitting on that edge. And we're just going to check our original. Yeah, same deal. So we're going to hit 1. We're going to right-click, go to face, and we're going to select these interfaces, edit mesh, extrude, hit W and move that in all the way, like so. And then right-click object mode and hit 3 to smooth that out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Back to our original here. I'll just turn on this. Okay. So we got a line going from here to there. All right. So we'll deal with that line. We're going to go to Create, CV Curve Tool, and we're going to start here. And we're just going to follow that line down. All the way down there. Okay. We're going to hit Enter. And let's look at where our line is. Okay, we're going to hit W. First, I'm going to go to Modify Center Pivot. Then we're going to hit W, and we're going to pull that out. Okay. So our line is coming from this semi-sphere, and it's going through these pipes here. Okay. So we're going to right-click, go to Control Vertex, and we're going to take all of these, and we're going to start to move that in, and we'll adjust this in a sec. Okay, so that's fine. Then this section, that looks okay as well. And we're going to need to deal with this. So we're going to take this one. Let's try and create a logical curve flow. Okay. And then we're going to go to create NURBS primitives circle. We're going to create a very small circle like so. And then we are going to select that, shift select that, go to our surfaces menu, and under surfaces, we're going to go to extrude and hit the option box. We're going to go to edit and reset settings. We're going to change to add path and to component, and we're going to hit extrude. Okay, now this is our line. It's a bit thick, as you can see. So we're going to grab our little circle here, and we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale that down until our line has the correct thickness. And that kind of looks okay. All right. Then we're going to select our line, and we're going to go to Modify, Convert, NURBS to Polygons, hit the option box, and we want quads, and hit Apply. Okay, so now if we hit W and we move that out and we right click, we can see that we have object mode, etc. So this is our polygon object, and this is our NURBS object. Okay, so we're going to delete our NURBS object, we're going to delete our line, we're going to take this guy, we're going to go to edit, delete by type, history, modify center pivot. Let's bring that in to where it needs to be. I have to zoom in. Looks like our line is doing okay there, and so forth. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go to our polygon menu, to normals and reverse, and let's hit 3 and smooth it out. Okay, so that's our line. Now we're probably going to need to create some connectors, if you will. So we can do up here, select this guy, right click face, and we're going to go to edit mesh and extrude under face. Let's give that some thickness, 0.05. Makes it look a little bit better. Okay, so let's see if we didn't miss anything. So there's a free flow down here through these 3 connectors, and we have the same situation down here where we need to create some additional thickness. So we're going to take these faces, edit mesh, extrude, 0.05. Okay, right click object mode, there we go. All right, I think that's enough for this video. We'll continue in the next one. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye.